Good morning and greetings, fellow Whovians. Welcome to Timey Wimey Review. If you are new to this channel, I am here to talk about anything and everything related to Doctor Who. But today it's a special video as I am here at Magna Adventure Centre here in Rotherham, bordering on Sheffield in the UK for Popcorn Film and TV Comic Con 2022. This event has been organised by the same people who do the HorrorCon UK cons here in Magna, and I've been to a few of their shows over the last few years and they've been brilliant. So I thought I'll come down, show their support and check out what's going on today, because it's the first time that they've done a film and TV related con. So I thought I'll let you have a look as well and see what it's all about. I imagine this is going to be a bit of a somber occasion today. It's only been 2 days since the recent announcement of the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. I'm not a royalist myself, but you have to admire her spirit and determination of duty for all those years. So it is very sad in the UK, and I know a lot of people will be mourning her loss, and my heart does go out for everyone in the family and everyone involved at this sad time. Apparently she was a secret Doctor Who fan, so let's talk about some of the guests that are here today, including the 8th Doctor himself, Paul McGann. Also, the 5th Doctor, Peter Davison, was going to be here today, but unfortunately it was announced late last night that he has tested positive for COVID and has very wisely decided to not attend today, which, yeah, is absolutely the right decision, and I wish him a very speedy recovery. But we also have another Doctor Who alumni, and for me, really, a underrated movie and TV legend, Julian Glover, who has been in the first Doctor story, The Crusade, as Richard the Lionheart, as well as Scaroth in the classic 4th Doctor story, City of Death. But he's also been in multiple film and television roles, including The Empire Strikes Back, For Your Eyes Only, Game of Thrones, and many, many more, Indiana Jones included. We also have 2 screen legends, first being Caroline Munro, who has been in several Hammer horror films, as well as one of my favourite James Bond films, The Spy Who Loved Me, and also Valerie Leon, who again has been in Hammer horror, as well as multiple Carry On movies. In the world of television, we have quite a few members of the cast of Red Dwarf. We have Arnold J. Rimmer himself, Chris Barry, as well as the 2 Hollies, Hattie Hayridge and Norman Lovett, as well as one of the co-creators and writer, Doug Naylor. That is a very special guest indeed. In the world of comics, illustration and artist, we have Rob Richardson and horror expert Bunny Galore, who Britain's Got Talent fans might recognise as one of the semi-finalists of earlier this year with Dame Nation. Plus lots more surprises. We've got traders, merchandise, cosplayers, cosplay competition, Q&As and a lot more. So it's going to be a little bit Doctor Who orientated, but I will try and capture as much as possible today. So that's enough waffling from me at this moment in time, apart from please subscribe to the channel. It will really help out this channel. Let's check out this con and get our geeks on. Here we are in the main hall, and guys, all the traders, Q&A just to my left, you just saw just then. Nice and quiet at the moment, but I'm sure it'll pick up in a couple of hours time. Lots of traders. This is the guest signing section. All the celebrities will be there today, signing autographs, taking photos. Q&As a little bit later today, so I'll film those bits a little bit later in this video.
Give us a little snapshot of Peter, Chris and Vincent.
Well, they were all different, especially Peter and Christopher, because they used to work. They were like chalk and cheese, totally different from each other. But it just worked on camera, and it worked in real life because they really respected each other as actors and as people, as men. Both very different, both very charming. Christopher, for me, when I did Dracula, and I've said this before, I know, I hope it doesn't sound like a broken record, but that was totally, when I did this film, Dracula AD, it was a turning point for me as a young actress. No training, no formal drama school or anything, but he was so good, and I'd requested from Alan Gibson not to see him, because we'd sat on the set, but he hadn't got his clothes on. That doesn't sound right. He wasn't Dracula at that point. He was in his civvies, let's say. And so I requested not to see him, so that I hoped my reaction would be the real one when I was facing Dracula.
What I liked very much is that you, as General Veers, you're very businesslike in the way you're doing your duty. And there's a great line in the film where you say, "The shields are down, Lord Vader. You may commence your landing."
Yeah.
And I wondered whether the creation of him, was that down to Julian the actor? Was it on the page? Was it in the script? What did you base him on?
Well, I based him on what I thought was truth. I read the script, and that's what came to me. What I did read from the script, which was very helpful, was that he was a brilliant general. And if anyone calls him a villain, I shall knock their heads off. Because he's not a villain, he's just a very good soldier who fights for the side you don't agree with.
Forgive these little cutaway segments being outside, it's just that's the most quietest place to film at the moment. So just there was Julian Glover and Caroline Munro, fantastic actors and actresses respectively. Some really good stories going on there, especially with Caroline, all the wonderful actors that she's been with through the Hammer Horror series, Christopher Lee, Vincent Price, Peter Cushing. Amazing, absolutely amazing, incredible journey that she's had as well, from being a young girl in the UK to a model to an actress. And Julian Glover, some fantastic stories with his time on The Empire Strikes Back, Indiana Jones. I asked him a question about his time on Doctor Who, and he said about when he was on The Crusade, it wasn't as much as enjoyable experience. Him and William Hartnell didn't quite get on in that sort of respect. William Hartnell didn't really go for the more sort of classically trained actors in that respect, but he still had fun on there. Had a more of an enjoyable experience on The City of Death. He said Tom Baker was a riot, and absolutely, and especially with it being written by Douglas Adams as well, it must have been, yeah, just a fun time to shoot.
So hello everybody, my name is Bunny Galore. Everybody say hello Bunny.
Hello Bunny.
That's great. Welcome to the Magna Centre and to Popcorn. So I'm very excited. The gentleman next to me is one of my all-time heroes. Hello Paul, lovely to meet you properly. Everything from the Monocle Mutineer to Whipple and I, all the way up to the Hobbit City. A few things in between. So, friends with David Ames, so from publicity. So
The world is tiny.
it is tiny indeed. So, of course, many other things. So, we give it up for Mr. Paul McGann!
Woo!
Phil Siegel, where Siegel was he was really the energy, very persuasive. You know, we were rough, well, we are about the same age, and so on. But it was Phil that went on at the BBC and to Fox, I think it was in 94, 5 and 6. You know, without Phil's determination, you know, because they were particularly the BBC, they just kept kicking on the others.
Yeah.
Phil was determined to do it, and Phil was the one who chose me to do it, and I didn't want to do it, and it was Phil that over 6 months persuaded me to do it.
Well, I think you have a perfect taste, honestly. I would like to say thank you, actually, for that. I don't think if you hadn't done that, and you're part of that revival, I don't think we would have the revival we have now. And I also thank you for doing Big Finish, because I don't think if you hadn't done Big Finish and shown there was more, obviously the other guys are doing, the past doctors are doing their stories, but to do it on audio form and prove there are still stories out there to be told, I literally don't think we would have done that.
You're probably right, yeah.
Because I think that showed, oh, it is possible.
I got the feeling, listen, I know on occasions like this, you've got to be careful, you don't want to start a rumour, because rumours are always bollocks. Well, they are, they're just bollocks, and I don't know anything, but I've got a feeling that between now and then, when's the 6th of it's the year in the winter, and it's November, so you know, in the next 6, 8, 10 months, we'll all be getting approached, you know, whoever's around. It'd be stupid not to, wouldn't it, really? I mean, I remember what happened 10 years ago around the 50th, you know. These things, just being showbiz, it's always 11th hour, it's always the last minute. Much later than you expect, it's just the way they do it. Because they see who's around, you know, whoever's available is an imprint. So probably spring, June, July, we'll start getting approached to do things.
So that was the 8th Doctor, Paul McGann, and I completely agree with what Bunny said. If it wasn't for him being in the TV movie and Big Finish audios, we certainly wouldn't be having Doctor Who back on our screens as we do today. So yeah, and he's been going on for like 20 years now from Big Finish audios, 25 if you include the TV movie as well. And again, yeah, great interviews, great questions coming from the audience as well. Not only talking about his time on Doctor Who, being filmed in Seattle, and also Big Finish audio, but his time on with Neil and I never knew that he was originally going to be Sharp, the original Sharp that Sean Bean is more famous for his TV series in the TV drama in the 90s. Never knew that, so that was a real fun fact. And I did like the little chat that he mentioned about the being in the 60th anniversary special. Yeah, excuse the swearing going on there. But yeah, again, a fantastic chat.
Please give a big popcorn welcome to Chris Barry, Doug Naylor, Hattie Henry, and Norman Roberts. Thank you.
Woo!
The cast was made up of impressionists, stand-up comedians, poets, dancers, stage performers. Any thoughts about why that happened and what effect it had on the success of the series? Did it make it different to every other show out there?
Yeah, can I answer this? I don't know. When Rob and I went in, we very clearly told everyone we were looking for actors. We didn't want stand-ups. We wanted what we considered to be proper actors. Blah blah blah. And we saw some, you know, incredibly famous and wonderful actors. But we were also aware that the chemistry between Lister and Rimmer was absolutely key, and we had to get two people who had that chemistry, who were different and could spark off one another, and we saw lots and lots of people. Rob and I both thought really early on Holly should be played by Norman. And Norman naturally obviously didn't want to play Holly. You wanted to play Rimmer, if you recall. Yeah, okay.
I was joking.
So we knew that was in place, and then we knew Chris from Son of Cliche and Cara, and Craig, I think, pestered Paul Jackson 3 or 4 times to come in and audition, and we saw Craig, and we suddenly thought that's not what we should have listed up, but it absolutely works, and it's best. It's the best version of Lister that we've seen, and now how do we get a Rimmer to play against that? And then it was obviously Chris. And so it went from that. The first person we ever saw for the cat was Danny. He came in, he was half an hour late, and just killed it. He absolutely knocked it out of the room. Very first person, and I remember him leaving and going, surely, that guy's insanely good, surely it can't be that the first person we see for the cat is going to get to be the cat, and well, it was. That's me done.
Same with Craig. I mean, Craig is great. Even in Coronation Street, it's still Craig. I mean, that you can bump into in the pound shop, you know. Well, I don't know if Craig goes to the pound shop. So we need to find out in the future, that's for sure. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about.
So, Catty, when you had to step into Norman's shoes, so to speak, and yeah, that's another story, but we'll get that one later. Yeah. But how difficult was it to sort of take over a part that was so identified with another performer, and to bring something of yourself into that, as well as having to sort of channel bits of what Norman had done?
My stand-up was standing there, facing the front, being very dry and one-linery. And I think it was Paul Jackson who saw me on Friday Night Live. This was all a year before I was a secretary, so that's how little acting I had. So like for Norman, it was perfect, just sitting there facing the front, rather than walking and talking at the same time. And so my comedy was similar. It wasn't like, I mean, it was similar to the Holly character.
Was that side of Rimmer's character sort of written in by Rob and Doug, or did you start doing funny voices on set in between takes, and everyone thought, hey, what a great idea if Rimmer suddenly bursts into Kenneth Williams or something? So which way round did that work?
Well, for me, of course, Rimmer, the thing about Rimmer is, and I've done, as you say, a lot of stuff, was loads of impersonations on Spitting Image and the like, and on Cliche, a few voices and the like. But the thing about Rimmer is he doesn't really have a voice. So it was really just me with this relatively sort of empty kind of character that was J. Rimmer. So there was no accent, there was no, so it left, in future plot lines, places for him to go, like Ace obviously had a slightly different voice, he spoke quite deep like this, like you probably like for breakfast, this kind of thing, it was almost James Bond-esque in that sort of situation. Whereas Norman Rimmer, gets a bit weaselly, it gets a little bit down, so but Rimmer's voice can sort of go anywhere, given the sort of circumstances. So yeah, obviously there was a mimicry thing in me that could take the character, that given where we were going to go with Rimmer, could sort of take it.
And that was the cast of Red Dwarf, along with the co-creator Doug Naylor. Norman Lovett is such a character, really amusing. Really good anecdotes there from all the team, Chris, Hattie, and Norman himself, and of course Doug. Yeah, just lots of just lots of fun talks really today from different generations of shows and movies. It's been a really good selection from this event of the cast and celebrities that they managed to get today, and all the guests have been in really good spirits. When I was in the queue for some signings, I thought they were all really warm, welcoming, no airs or graces, very friendly, very approachable. Yeah, can't fault any of them today.
Anything humans! Stay where you are! Do not move! Surrender! Surrender now!
Just for the audience, would you like to tell the audience who you are?
I only answer to the Daleks.
Of course you do. Would you like to follow me with Rotherham, and we're going to go, we're flanked on the side, which is not happened to me for a while. I think paralysed on the right side. Luckily, I have a soap device on my person. I won't tell you where, so I'm actually fine, boys and girls. Anyway, give it up. I think a round of applause all round. Luke all the way. Well done! Oh, fantastic, thank you. Amazing, thank you, Paul. There's definitely some spooky things going on. I think we might be in trouble. Right, okay. Well, let's see how far we can get across the stage. Oh, I think. So I hope someone's filming this. Right, okay, now.
Warning! Do not use sonic devices near Daleks! They are dangerous!
Oh, Doctor! Oh, thank goodness you're here, Doctor. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Okay, let's go to the centre, away from the Destiny Daleks, and everyone's going to go nuts for the Doctor!
And that was the cosplay competition. Some fantastic costumes going on there, some fantastic cosplayers. Well done to you all. Personal favourites have got to be the 11th Doctor taking on the Daleks. Really good to see Dalek 2-0 being involved and Roboman 5-5. If you haven't seen them before, they were part of the Platinum Jubilee celebrations earlier this year. So yeah, really cool to see them. Really nice surprise for them to make this event today. Check out the description below. I've got links to their Facebook page if you want to check them out and see where they're touring next in the UK. But other cosplay favourites of mine was got to be the Luke Skywalker Return of the Jedi. Really good cosplay there. The Kilted Jedi, really like that one. And I've got a soft spot for Doctor Strange. Well done to you all, and congratulations for the cosplay competition winners. And that pretty much wraps up my day here at Popcorn Film and TV Comic Con right here in Magna, Sheffield, Rotherham, UK. I've had a great time and it's just absolutely flew by. Sorry I couldn't get as much shots from the merchandise as I wanted to. I spent most of my day today at the talks, a good sort of solid 3 hours of talks plus the cosplay competition as well, but had a fantastic time. And if you ever do get to go to a Comic-Con and you've got a spare hour for just a talk, go do it. You know, most of them are free, depending on which Comic-Con event that you go to, but you do get some really good stories, some good anecdotes. Everyone's been in good spirits today. The event organisers, the staff, the crew, the cosplayers, the celebrities, everyone involved, you know, you, me, everyone has had such a blast. It's been a bit of a quiet affair, I think, given what's been going on, the circumstances with what's happening in the UK currently. I think that's played a bit of a factor into it. But fair play to one of the compares earlier at the talks, who announced that you know, a lot of people were asking whether this event was going to continue due to the death of Queen Elizabeth II, and they decided to carry on, and respectfully did a big round of applause for her 69, near 70-year reign, and yeah, that was a touching moment. This is a really good venue. I've been here before for the horror cons. I'm glad they came back here at Magna for the PopCon, for their first film and TV venture. I do hope that they come here again, or at least do another film and TV Comic-Con related show, because they have done a really good job. The one little nitpick I would have to say, and that's probably more to do with the security team here at Magna, maybe not as much the event organizers, was all drinks was taken off before you entered into the big hall, whether it was sealed or not, which I kind of understand in terms of, obviously they've got a business to run, they want obviously people to buy their own food and drinks, but from a sort of a public standpoint, especially people that need to take medications during the day, it's a little bit unfair to do. So really, yes, obviously try and buy the food and things like that, but maybe that was a bit too far, going with taking away bottles of especially sealed drinks. But the food prices was very reasonable. Sandwiches only cost £2, and I can't believe there must have been tailoring for me, really, because obviously you got your classic cheese and ham sandwiches, but they were selling jam sandwiches. I've never seen anywhere sell jam sandwiches before, and yeah, I told my fiance that, and she couldn't believe it, absolutely couldn't believe it. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please say hello in the comments below. What did you think of this event? Did you manage to attend? And if you were a cosplayer, come say hello in the comments. I would love to reply back and find out which cosplayer you were, because you were all brilliant today. Had a really good time at this event. So if you do find an event at your local area, just check it out. You're going to have a good time. In the description below will be the links to this event and their upcoming event next year, HorrorCon UK. I do hope they come back again with another film and TV related Comic-Con, because yeah, they've done a really good job today. If you're a big fan of Doctor Who, please hit the like and share, subscribe buttons, and do check out my other videos on the Timey Wimey Review YouTube channel. There's some fantastic videos related to Doctor Who on there. I've got a lot more coming up in the near future. But even if you're not a fan of Doctor Who and you just want to check out this video, please hit a like button. I'll really appreciate that, and thank you for watching anyway. But to sum up my day, as a good doctor would say, brilliant.